All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all doing well out there. Uh, Tonight's show isn't actually gonna be what I had expected it to be today, but we're gonna explain why, and I'm gonna just give you my take on the whole thing. Hope y'all can hear me okay out there. Uh, because it's kind of a sad situation, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So, if you haven't heard, hello there, Memolar and DJ Smith and Lightning 2KWX, and I see G-Man, LJ. Welcome everybody to the stream. So, if you haven't heard, if you haven't been around here, I started this thing for the subscribers to the channel so that they would be able to access the Trello board and give their input as we develop the map, as well as they get access to the link for the beta of the map. In the confidence that they would want to participate in the project, and I was just trying to give back something for those of you that come in and help me out with your donations and your support through subscriptions and all that. But apparently one of the subscribers out there decided that he would not he went to basically post it on a public. Oh, it's still showing Casket Man. Refresh your browser then AMG because it is up live on mine. It should be okay. I had to refresh mine as well to get Casket Man off there. I don't know why. But anyway, so the link is out there. However, it is on. I killed it. Uh, there's. It was. Let me explain the whole situation, top to bottom. And if the person, I hope the person that did it is out there because I want him to understand, or her, the effects of what they did and why the program was set up the way it was. And maybe if they have enough guts to come to me with an apology, I won't ever tell them anybody who they are. But we all make mistakes, and I'm a very, very forgiving person. And maybe when you realize what you have done and how it affects this whole process, you will reconsider your attitude that you posted on the link saying that I paid for a subscription so you don't have to pay to play. Because that's not what this is about at all. This map is in beta. It is unfinished. There are errors in it, and there are ones that we still have to work out. The people that subscribe that want to take a part in that, they obviously know they have the link to the Trello boards, they have access to the map before anybody else, and they know that there's going to be issues, and we discuss it, and I get their feedback, and we develop the map as a team. But posting it to a public place where now my map would be available for, and it will be after tonight's show, for everybody in the world to download, makes that entirely impossible. So I want to explain exactly what happens from here on, because it's really tough to work this out any other way unless that person decides to come up to me and apologize to me, and I will even let them remain on the team. But right now I cannot post a link to a separate file that is easy to get out of my Dropbox onto a public board that has a group of like 80 members when it will blow out my Dropbox bandwidth in an hour because it's now on 3 public websites at least. And thank you so much, LJ, for the donation. So that is a big part of the problem. If I didn't catch it on time, I would have exceeded my bandwidth and I would be locked out of my own Dropbox files for my own team members, which I can't do anything right now. I'm going to wait 24 hours just because I don't know how much bandwidth was used today from those. But it will lock me out, and I won't be able to do my own uploads for my own team members to test. So that becomes an issue. Uh, Number two, I get all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of feedback and I'm basically answering people's questions all day because they don't know why is this not working, why is that not working, uh, because they got the map from those external links or whatever. Just you can imagine the number of questions. I was hoping to come in here and show you a brand new mini map and have the railroad crossings in tonight, but pretty much today was spent answering people's questions and trying to figure out what happened. Secondly, the link that was posted was not, which a lot of people are not aware of this, but I have the two Trello boards. I have my team Trello board and I have the beta Trello board. And the links on both of those boards are completely separate from one another and for a purpose, because my team gets it just before the beta team gets it. However, the link that was actually posted was on my team Trello board. So whoever's out there and saying they paid to subscribe so that you wouldn't have to play had access to my team board, and I trust my team members. At least there's only like 12 people on there, and several of them have been with me and nothing's ever happened like this before. But I also give them access to let them play on their servers with other people that I do not know. So, but the simple fact is the link that got posted was not the beta board link. It was somebody within the team structure might have given it to a friend that they trust, but all of a sudden I have to shut down my team board until I at least have this show. I am going to bring that board up with a brand new link. If it happens again from that board that we use to get the regular process going, then I'm going to have to start removing people until I find out who it is that's giving it to somebody else. I know it's not going to be one of them because I trust everybody that's there with, you know, I've just been around them for a long time. People like Docket, he's been streaming my maps and he got me started. And my old team members, I mean, we've been together for a long time. There are some new ones like Jay Reedy that came in, and I know him and I've talked to him and he's become a really good friend, a long distance friend. But I know his heart because we talk about other things rather than just mapping, and I'm on his teams. But I don't know how it got out there or who gave it to who, and I'm not blaming anybody on that whole mess, but I can't have it happen where my public links go, my private links go public, and it uses up my bandwidth and knocks my Dropbox out, and then we can't do anything. So I will reestablish the link on that page, a brand new one, so it's not connected to those three websites, and I will open up that page so that my team members have a place where they can access it, and if it happens again, then we're going to have to take further steps. I hope you all have that understood as well. The beta group now is going to still, if you subscribe, you are more than welcome to take part in the Trello board. I just want you to know that the link that will be on the Trello board will be the new link, and it goes out to the general public at the same time it goes on the Trello board for the beta group, but I will still keep you guys in the loop for your feedback. I can at least track the people on the Trello board to know if they're abusing it or anything, and I can kick them out, but I can't tell who gave out the link. Rainbow Joe 25, thank you for the host. So, long story short, it does affect everything around here because instead of doing the map making and getting the feedback that I need to continue the process, I'm now answering 1,000 questions that I'm not going to answer. I'm going to be pretty much focusing on the Trello boards that we have, and they just have to work a little bit differently. So I hope you all can understand that, and thank you for the sub there, Total Staples. it's it's just a tough thing. I wanted it to be a privilege to people out there that they have the map and they can help in the process, and I still want you guys to do that, but I can't have our Dropbox links, the easy links. So what you're going to get tonight, for anybody that wants the beta map, which is I am perfectly fine with, but I can't answer a million questions from people that don't know where they got the map from. And that's what's going to happen. Sadly, I'm pretty popular nowadays, in a good way and a bad way. But when the map gets out on other websites, I have no problem downloading. I don't care if the map goes out to 1,000 websites all at the same time, and they all come back here. That's just good publicity. But there's times when you want those links to go out, because all they're going to be is people saying the map sucks because there's errors here or there that we already know about, or that they're going to be asking questions about things that aren't in the maps yet. The 17 version with the buildable factories will be coming later on in the month. I am not sure when. Got a little bit of setback here. But yes, we wanted to get it by the end of the month, and it will have all the factories be buildable. Sorry, Deaf Gamer. So, anyhow, until I can't pinpoint exactly who it was. I've checked. The link that I gave all the subscribers was to the beta board link. However, the link that was posted was to the main testing link. So that is the bigger part of the issue. It's like an infiltration that I don't know how it happened, but we will deal with it as we can. Anybody that wants the map right now and wants to get the beta where it is without the new mini map that I was hoping to have tonight, but also with the part of the process is the updates won't be as frequent because I can't be posting it to the general public until things are better tested, and I'll have to do some of that testing on my own. But exclamation point PV19 will get you the download link for anybody who wants to take part and grab a hold of it and do whatever they want where it stands right now, which is not the final version. If you want, you can stick around and we will try to get as many bugs out, and I will still have a release near the end of the month with what bugs we know and have been able to take care of. And you will have to go through the MediaFire, which I also pay for that MediaFire link so that it's ad-free for you guys. It's $90 a year, I think it might be less than that, but all in all, I try to do what I can, and I just wanted to explain that there is a huge effect on the whole process here. It slows everything down. I don't know if at the end of the month is going to be possible, because I don't know how much time I lost was just a day right now, but there's things that have to be better thought out and considered before I release the map now to the beta board, where it was being tested nicely and I get nice feedback, but all of a sudden everybody has it. So also kind of ruins the need for a release party. Yeah, we will have a version 1, but version 1 will be out there when everybody else gets it. So, you know, the whole thing stinks. So if the person out there is listening and kind of doesn't realize what their actions did and wants to approach me in a private message somewhere and apologize so that we can just get back to the way things were, I will accept your apology. I will never tell anybody who you are, and who knows, maybe we could work through it and become good friends. But there is consequences why people don't want their map released to the world before it's done. And there's a reason why we like to have some people have it. It's called like early access, so that things can be taken care of before that point. And you just blew it, whoever you are. And I wanted you to know that That's the way it works, you know? There are errors in the map, for instance, and I don't know, I figure I'm not going to make this show super long because I wasted the whole day trying to figure out what to do about this situation. But I'll point out that there's a error with the weeder. Thank you, Clincy, for the $25 donation. So if you have weeds on your map until we figure that out, you're going to get repetitive errors. So you might want to turn weeding off. And I think I know what, actually, I can jump in and I'll give you an idea of what happens because I have a save game up here that I can go to. And we'll discuss that a little bit. But maybe somebody's already run into it. I do like to use this show because you guys out there sometimes have solutions for me that I don't know exactly what I'm doing myself. So let's go to my save game 3 here. And I was aware of this before, so I shut off, I should have mentioned that. I shut off the weeding capability on my games right now. It works, but it does throw a list of errors while you're weeding. So if you're in your error log, you will see them just scroll right up as you're doing the weeding. And we'll jump in here and give you a look at that. Yeah, you need to use a cattle prod. I understand, you know, like I said, I am a very forgiving person. I just, sometimes we do stupid things, me included, and we don't realize the consequences that they happen. It ruins it for everybody, really. I mean, you got a good thing, you're only a week away from everybody having it, you know? I wanted more people to participate so things get done faster, but to a point, not to a point where the whole world is asking me questions on Facebook and in the streams and well, the streaming in my Facebook I try to keep up on, but I get a lot of PMs now, and it's sometimes it's little things. Can I stream the map? I got it off of this website. One guy was talking to me and I said, sure, go ahead, I'm going to release it anyway tonight. I just want people to understand that that's the stuff. I try to respond to questions. Whatever you guys do, I can't always get to them. I still get questions from Pleasant Valley Fences website that's on Facebook. I mean, it's crazy, but it's true. I'm still working with fences, and people are still playing that version. So getting a new map out there and having everybody with all their new questions because things we know aren't working right yet is it's kind of tough to keep up with everything when I'm one person answering everybody's questions. And so I'm sticking to this Twitch stream right now. I'll do my best through Facebook. The forums are open for people to use, so you can get help from other people that have listened here, because I can't be spending my whole day typing messages. I'm working a 35-hour-a-week job and putting 40 hours a week on a map, and the time for questions and stuff and answering and responding to everybody is kind of few and far in between. It's just the way it works. I do the Trello boards because I can post once and everybody sees the message that's part of the group. So we're still going to continue that for you subscribers and you donators out there. If you're not on the beta board, we will bring you in. But for now, at least, the link that's on that beta board is nothing special because the entire world will have it, and that's the one I will keep updated, and it won't be as frequently updated as it used to be. So I can hire you to help out. This is a non-paying business, believe it or not. Like I said, if I broke it down, so yeah, there are people that help out, our testers and stuff on our board, you know, our main testing group. That's another thing that I don't think a lot of people realize. I paid for a test server for now, a Very Game server, and I got the map up there, but I cannot link, I can't get everything ready in my Dropbox for the team members and get everything set up for a little while because I don't know, I know that the last time my Dropbox was overtaxed, too much bandwidth through it. It's supposed to be for 24 hours, but it took 3 days for them to unlock it. So I don't want that to happen again. I'm going to use it for reporting, but the link that they have is going to be the link that's there because people have been reporting that hasn't got out of control. I want the subscribers to have some benefit to their subscription. There are subscribers that did it, I'm sure, just to get the map, and they will be able to. They haven't. They might have the access to the Trello board as well. Thank you, X-Man 1971. But I wanted to show you guys what happens when you're weeding here. Let me hire a worker with and you'll see add required crop type foliage map. Foliage must match the size of ground terrain detail, and it is scrolls right off the screen in the error log, and it just keeps repeating even though it's weeding just fine. Now, one of the things I wanted to check is I'm going to go back and restart that because I can't tell. I could tell you I could scroll up in this list for a while. There's a lot of those errors in there, and I got my hand on the up button and it still hasn't reached the top of it, but it literally just repeats. So I'm going to exit this and bring it back in, and then we'll see if it does it when you're not. 2cat5954. You are so welcome. Thank you very much. I want to see if it does it if only on hired workers. Somebody said it was hired workers when they did it, but let's see. So I'm not exactly sure what files do not match the size, but I have a feeling I got a good guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know how to fix it yet. So we'll jump into that. Maybe you guys with some graphic capabilities and knowledge will be able to do one thing for me and figure it out for it. So I know it has to do with a terrain file, and there's only one terrain file that did not get upsized to match the rest, and I will show you that in a minute once we bring this up. And I'll explain that a little bit too. So release date, I don't know when it's going to be. I'm still hoping by the end of the month, but the beta is available for everyone right now. Stick to if you want to know what's not working, you got to stick to the stream, or yeah, because or just be in the know, get on the watch the streams or whatever. So it is still in beta. I just can't respond to a million questions all the time. The Trello board is who I will be responding to and trying to narrow down some things. I'm going to try to run another test a little bit too. Alright, so we're back in here. What I wanted to do is jump into that and do the weeding. Let's see. Lower it. I want to see if the error appears when we're doing the weeding on our own. And it does not. So I am not exactly sure what the heck is going on. You can see that I'm not getting the error unless it's a hired worker doing the weeding. So for those of you who have the GPS monitor running on servers, or I mean, you can still do a hired worker, and it doesn't seem to bother the game, but you can see as soon as I turn on the hired worker, I get that error. But but it stops when we do it manually, so it's there. I know about it. The only thing I could think of that could possibly be the cause of that, I'm not running 1.3 beta because I don't want to have, I can't put 1.3 beta on the server, number one. I'm running the 1.2.0.1 right now. Maybe it will work. And we'll see what happens there. So I'm gonna assemble a team for the server of people that want to play, that and we'll get it up there. I want to get it up there and get it tested. I see Casket Man was playing up there. That was pretty cool. So here's what I think might be that causing that error. Um, all the Foliage channel files have been upscaled to 2048. I think it is. Let me see. Image. Nope, they're 1024. I don't know. That's the cotton one. I'm really confused. What was the weed? Maybe it was the weeds. I know that a lot of the foliage, it says the foliage must match. Maybe I have to scale the foliage size. Well, I'm really confused now. I thought that they were going to be bigger than that. Image, resize. Yeah, this one's 2048. So if cotton is still at 1024, maybe I need to bring these down because I'm doing oat right now. That's where the weeds are. Let me check out what that one is. Oh, or maybe I have to bring the other ones up. Oat diffuse, foliage. Yeah, I might be able to just bring these up to the 2048 size. I'll check that out. That might be it. Because the only files that aren't 2048 by 2048 that were in the map that had to do with the terrain file, textures, terrain, were the ground files here. And the ground files I have to open with GIMP. It won't open in it will not open in paint.net because I'll bring this over to this map. If you look right up here, it's 55 layers, and I don't know how to even save. I know this size is 1024 by 1024. I don't know how to scale it up and save it and keep all 55 layers that are necessary. So that is what I was gonna do, but let me try. Next step, I'll try to upscale all the 1024 files to 2048 and see if that takes care of the problem. That could be because all the additional crops that I put in, all these files are 2048. All the terrain detail files have been upscaled to the 2048. So it's very possible that it just has to match these files, which are terrain files, but I'm not sure. So how do you get to be part of the server testing? It has to do with the sizing of the foliage. Okay, will it work? I'll try. Thanks, Viper. The error is a giant's error, and you can look it up. Since your map is 16x, it has to do with sizing the foliage. I will see if sizing the foliage up works, and if that doesn't work, then might have to be fixed on Giant's end. To be a server tester is simple. People like TC and me right there, who used to be, if he wanted to give me his firstborn again, he could be a tester. No, no, it's going to be opened up right now to my team, and then we will open it up to basically those of you that are here have a pretty good chance if you've been around a while. Names I trust. Viper's been over here if he wants to come back. I don't expect everybody to want to jump on my server when they have their own, but people like G-Man and those that have. I just want people to be able to stop in and play. I want to set up all individual farms on the server, so use up the maximum slots and then just have a go. Set up teams for people and See how it works under stress. Give it the big stress test. So that is the plan. Now, the other thing I was going to do, if I shut that down, I'm trying to figure out the minimap issue. I've been working on it. I literally had, and I have to start from scratch again. I'll bring the editor up. Maybe you guys have a better solution. Yeah, AMG Blazing's another one. He's been around a while. So those of you who are interested that have been around, I know your names in here. We'll get you. There will be a priority order depending on who's out there that wants to jump in. But usually it's the people that have participated in one way or another or just been supportive and around of the show that I give first crack at it. Um, like Trout. Yeah, yeah, but I know a lot of them also do their own thing, which is perfectly fine and understandable. They all want me to go to their servers. But we have to have an in-house one here, and I have been invited to play on Jay Reedy's server and Troutmouth. I stopped in. I'd love to be able to get to that point where I can do that again and play. Filio's out there too. You know, those people that have been on the team in the past will be the first ones that'll be able to come back. And Rotor's addicted to his own mods. Yeah, that's part of the problem. But yeah, I'm not saying that you have to spend your life here like some of the people in the past did. I'm just saying that the group might be even consist of a lot more people just so we have it active, and you might not be able to get your spot if we only have a 12 or 16 slot server. Right now it's 12, but if I up it, if it was busy enough, I could up it to 16, and we might have like 30 players with 16 of them jumping on at a time. I just want to see how it handles under those situations eventually. So, mini map view, uh, camera, top down view in this version of the map is very, very blurry, as you can see, and it's not centered either. Rotate this to -90, rotate this to 0, and you could see that in order to get the whole map, I get a very blurry image because of the new lighting techniques and stuff. I've messed with the sun. I know that if I go into the sun lighting effects and turn off certain things, I think the specular helped a little bit. Let me, no, that one didn't do it. Nope, dynamic kills the light. The shadow map, maybe. That helped to bring it in a little bit better. But there's got to be a way to get it so it's more crisp, is what I was trying to do. And I will have to tweak some values, try to get it a little bit crisper. The other problem I really wanted to do is take the camera, the top-down view, and here we'll get back to the camera. I'm not going to save this file because I'll mess up all the proper settings. Get back to my camera, and if you notice my translate Y, alright, this value right here, the further I go in, the better top-down view. And you have to piece these images together in order to make your mini-map. So let me see, if I go minus 3,000 here, nope, it's not quite there, probably minus 4,000. Yep, I can get the edge of the map. In the same way with the other one, minus, I think that one was, nope, we'll go to 4 on that one too. So I got the corner. I could probably go to 3,600. No. So you basically have to find the coordinates of each of them. And then you could take much closer pictures and get much closer detail just by setting this value out to 1,000. I can still get a really good map size. Then I can also bring this in a little bit. Not 3,000, but maybe 3,500. And make smaller steps. Yeah, 3,500 looks good there. So I have to take screenshots of each of these positions like that, and then paste them, trim them, and piece them back together. But some reason when I move across the map to grab the next piece, like right there, I try to put them together and it works, and then eventually, because of the lighting and stuff, there's a little bit different stuff going on with the map, and it's really, really difficult to get a good quality map. So I'm still trying to work that out, but I know it's going to be a fiddle with the contrast. The contrast in the editor, in the photo editor, I can, but in this game, I don't even know how to. I mean, in the map editor, I don't even know if there's a contrast setting. I haven't even looked to. So, yeah, I don't even think you can change the contrast, maybe of my monitor, but that wouldn't change the images. So yeah, there's not really a lot of. I'm looking at some of the new visualized metalness, visualized normals. I haven't even clicked on these. What happens when you visualize the normals? There you go. We can visualize the normal map of the whole thing. Da 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 da. Where was that? There it is. I'm wondering if there's any of those that will da da actually visualize specular lighting, light grids. What is that? The albedo map does a little bit of. Let me try bracking that up and see what that looks like. Just because we can. That isn't so bad. From 4,000, let's go back all the way out. Oh yeah, that's not going to work either. So yeah, I just got to mess around with these to see if I can get a. I wanted to get a decent top-down view, and then try to paste over it and get things to look good. Where is it? Debug. Yeah, we'll take those off because you could see. But you can't get too far out or the water plane doesn't look right, as you could see. So I figured out that my best resolution was down around 1,000 right there for nice clear pictures, and I would just have to piece them together. Oops, wrong one. 0. And then minus 90. Yeah, because you can get some of the city buildings. If I go into like 800, we can see the whole. I would love to be able to have this, but also as you're moving around from the top down, the angle of the buildings looks different. So it's really tough. They don't match up because we're looking at a top-down view where we don't see the side if I move the image just a little bit further. So it's very difficult to do it that way and that close up, but it would be kind of cool because I could take each lot and center over the top of it. But man, could you imagine the time that you would spend in making a mini map? Okay, JD fan, yeah, put a link on the Trello board for the post effects settings that work, and I will see what you got it. All right. That will work great. So basically, that's what I wanted to come in here and let you guys know about the leak and what it happened. We'll see if anybody wants to come forward and apologize and we can get back to normal. But without that, and I don't, trust me, I know there's a lot of good people out there that would love to take the heat themselves just to get back to where things were, but that's not going to solve the problem. Uh, so please, if you weren't the person that released it, don't say you did just so I could get back up and running. Um, and if all of a sudden I have more than one person saying I was the one, I'm sorry, I won't let it happen again. Yeah, that would be an issue with yeah, so what did I do? TC and me. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys and so you know what's going on. If you want the map, you can download it. Exclamation point PV19. Just remember it's still in testing and it's still a beta, but play it, do what you want with it, and we're going to go from there and just keep on working on it. Next day off I have is Wednesday. I might have a couple short days, so I will get some map making done tomorrow and the next day because they're only a couple 5.5 hour shifts, and then we'll see what we can do. But yeah, we're aware of the issues. Now the problem is that the people that don't tune into the show or don't follow the Facebook page that get it off of these external sites right now will be uh, not know where to go to get the help, not realize that there are errors that we already know about, and I will be answering a couple million questions that don't need to be answered. So there you have it. I am going to check and see how my crops are doing. I've got a few fields now on my own little single game, and we'll get around to the server testing very soon, hopefully by the end of the week, maybe next Sunday, because that'll be my next full day off. Possibly work on it Wednesday, but I got to help a friend out with some stuff, and we'll see how it all goes. But I do want you guys to enjoy it. That was never my intention to have you subscribe to get the map early. I wanted you to have. I just didn't want the whole everybody in the world to have it, so I wanted to give you guys something back to help with that process. You know, so you can be involved. That's what it was all about. I can't involve everybody. It just gets too crazy. I hope you can understand that. Now that everybody's involved, it kind of affects a small group of us that really could make this work and happen a lot faster. Uh, yeah, your internet 4 hour download. It takes me less than 5 minutes to upload to that. Let's see, what do we have going on? That field is growing. I'm gonna have to just sleep this through the night and see what we get. Maybe I can get some harvesting going on over here. Let me fast forward my time. I got everything planted, I think. Let me check that first. I think all my fields that I own are planted. I've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Yep, they're all growing, so I will sleep through the night and then yeah, I did a little bit of a mistake too in my last broadcast, adding in the extra trigger. I obviously copied over an index file that was for my silo that was over here, but that's okay because I'm using the train silo down below for now. So don't follow my directions exactly. Make sure you don't have the same index if you have to update your save games. A lot of the changes that came through the last version were there are some things that have to be edited in your save game file to get them, like the ground collision map. So if you missed all that from last broadcast, I'm not going to go through it again today, but I will down the road, or you can tune in to the last broadcast I'm gonna sleep a whole, what's the maximum we can go? 13 hours? Yeah. We'll sleep the whole 13 hours. Should get us some growth on the fields anyway. What time of day does that bring us to? 9:10 in the morning. Then we can fast forward to night again. Download speed. You got to also remember that tomorrow might be a better day because there's a lot of people that are going to get it, and that link might end up on a website tomorrow. You never know. That's the way it happens. Where's my truck? I like my truck. But yeah, we get through the basic stuff. I want to get working on placeable objects. Oh, updating the updating this trigger for the North Station. If you have a current save game, you have to do it manually as well. I guess because I don't want to spend all night on here, maybe I will save the game. Let me see if I can find my truck. Where am I? Okay. I'm gonna just check my crops real quick, and I'll give you a basic update of what you have to do if you have a current save game that you want to update with that latest version that's up there and not lose, but get things back working. It's a pretty simple process. Yeah, 16x map takes a while to grow in the changes, but it's growing. Lavender fields forever. Oh, that's the old one. Alright, so let me save this and we'll jump in and show you guys how to update your save game. If you are working on it, a previous save game, and have not done these steps already but want to get the fixes. I'm just saying, DJ Smith, that the link is now public for everybody, so through this stream, and it will be out there. I mean, if as soon as everybody has it, you never know who's going to post it up on a website, which is fine. I've never been opposed to being on ModHub or ModLand, but it's a beta version, and a lot of times those sites are linked right back to here, whatever link I gave you, so that they don't have to host them themselves, which was the biggest part of the problem of people releasing this, because all three sites that I saw linked to my Dropbox, and I literally went to view that Dropbox download when I went to cancel it, and there was like 30 people all trying to download it from the websites all at the same time. And if I didn't shut it off when I did, I probably would have been locked out of my Dropbox instantly. But we've been locked out before when we had 270 people on the stream last year and I released it, and that's how I learned that I can't. And I have the business, I have one upgrade. I pay for Dropbox the $95 a year so that we do have the bandwidth to do a decent amount of file sharing, but not file sharing for all the public websites that get thousands of hits a day. So yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. Let's go into the update. So you're going to have to make some changes in your save game file. And what you're going to do is go to whatever save game you have. One of the files that needs to be updated is, if you haven't done this one already, is your collision map right here. The PLC collision map and your tip collision map. You're going to want to replace those. I don't know about the placeable collision map, if that's as necessary as the tip collision map, but the tip collision map is definitely necessary because it if your bunkers are spilling out the sides, that's going to fix it. If you're, I think, I haven't done the test yet, but thank you there, Shelly.
Thank you.
Appreciate Shelly11369, the $10 donation. Thank you so much. So yeah, the tip collision map. So what you can do is start a brand new save game, like I just did on save game 3, and grab those from the brand new save game, copy them, and put them into your current save game 2, paste them in, overwrite the ones you have, and you'll, or whatever your save game is, replace those files. Mine are okay, but I'm going to do it again just because I can. It's not going to do anything. Just make sure you have, and it'll give you the latest ones for the tip collision. It will solve all the bunker spillage stuff when you're placing bunkers. I think it will solve the wheat windrow backups in the harvesters too. I haven't tested it. Maybe one of you guys can tell me after this version, one of the Trello board users, if you're still having the problem on the fields that you said with the windrows not releasing in certain areas, because I think that had to do with the collision map not being updated as well. Not 100% sure, but we'll get to that test and we'll find out. So that's the first step. Next, whenever you start a save game, you have a items XML file that is created with all the, and we'll go and jump into that, which brings in all the items of a save game for all the stations and everything that you need. And this does not get edited when I make future changes in the map. So what needs to be done is, one of the things we have is the and I have to go, you open up your copy of the map and browse for the items XML map SA items XML file, which is right off the main folder right here, and open that up. Now we already know it's the Stratford North Station that wasn't working right here, and you have the position coordinates right here for the Stratford North Station that is correct because I updated it in the map. But if you want it to update in your save game, you're going to want to copy those coordinates, go to your save game, which is well, I can sometimes never see it. So we'll open it up right here. There we go. Go to the items XML in your save game. You can do a search for Stratford North, and here we go. We have the item in our save game, silo placeable mod directory railroad silo, and the label that it pulled up was the Stratford North Station. So in here you're going to see the coordinates. I think it was 3490. It needed to, the very first number that needed to be 3450. But if you just take the first three numbers and just compare them, what do we got? One, two, yeah, those are three numbers. You can either copy them from the other file, paste them over the top right here, and it will give you your triggers in the exact spot that they need to be so that you can use them at that station. That's the only way to do it on a current save game. One of the other things I did if you're running a current save game is, let me see, there was a, let me see if I can find it. Search, find the lime buying station placeable seed, fert, and food. That's not the one I want. Placeable lime station right here. My item 21. I removed that from the new save game. You don't have to, but if you don't like it, because I realized I can't sell it when I'm in there. So I removed that item from my map. I'm going to check that out and see if it works without messing anything else up. That one placeable silo, and then save it. Whoops. I don't want to do that right now. What the heck did I just do? I clicked the wrong button. Cloud files. Download your local farming conflict with the ones stored in the Steam cloud. Oh. Well, I think I'll upload the ones I have because I just edited a save game. I never saw that pop up, but I'm on Steam. Stupid versions on Steam. So, yeah. Now that it's up there, if I jump in here, that one lime silo, I hope it's gone and my save game is not completely corrupted for doing that. I don't think it will be. We'll watch it and see what happens. Run the little error thing right through. We might get a... I know there's an item that is missing, so they're not 100% numerical order anymore because I removed one that between two. But I don't know if that... It never mattered in the last version. So I don't think it will in this one either. There was a warning. There was a warning that went through. I saw it. So let's see what that warning was. We'll go back up to the warning. Oh, that was just for that dodge. The dodge that I'm using does have an error that needs to be fixed in it. So we'll have to take care of. I love that truck, but yeah. So no map error. Just the Dodge Rebel truck had an error. And if I'm right, my silo, yep, it's gone. So if you don't want that, that's how you have to remove it because you can't sell that one. And I went instead with placeable silos for mine. And they are over here for filling until we get seed and fertilizer factories. You need some way to get it, and I just buy my seed and fert from these ones that sell it right there for now. And they're all in the placeable section. I don't know if I linked that on the mod Trello board. Let me see if... So you'll notice the drop links FS19 update. If I go to that attachment right now, you're going to get a not found error because I had to remove it. Just to let you know. Actually, what I did on the other board was remove the link for now. I am going to put a new one on the main testing board. If it happens again, then we're going to have to start weeding people out of the testing board. That's all there is. I don't know how. This link right here got it instead of the instead of the beta board link, which was a completely different link. I already removed that one too. But there are bugs here that we got to fix. I don't even know if this is a bug. Has anybody else had this one happen where you're harvesting barley and you get green straw? Because I haven't seen it. It might have had to do with the field missions because it was a mission, and it might have had to do with the mission bugs that I disabled. But yeah, we got to go through these things and fix. There's the mechanical weeding errors. So we have, this board is being very helpful. So unfortunately, the link that I'm going to be putting on this board is the one I just gave out to you guys. So actually I'm going to put it right back there right now so I don't forget. So the rest of the world has it. Attachment is going to be there. So you will have it here, but it's going to be the same link that's shared to everybody. And that's all we can do for now until anything else goes through. I wanted to check, for those of you who don't know about the mod center board, do I have the placeable? Yes, I do. The placeable silos I'm using. And this is a public link. I'll just throw that up there again for everybody that's out there because it will. There it is for you guys. You can go and click on it and it will bring you you'll see the download, you'll see the picture, but if you click the download, it's going to bring you right to the site where I got them from, so you can continue to, so you can use those if you need them. That's what I'm going to be using, the placeable silos. But yeah, any of the mods that I use. Remember, this Dodge Ram does have a error in it. We will have to, you can still download it from the original website. Keep an eye and see if they have any updates for it. I love the truck, but it does have that one error with the version 1.1 does have an error in it. And I usually don't post links with errors, but anybody has any really cool pickup trucks, send me links and then we'll get them up here. I have the vehicle link for the doing the transport missions. Now when I do edits, like the man truck, I increased to 100,000. I included the original link, but I also have a link to mine on Dropbox, and they're smaller files. They're not 1.6 gigs, so my Dropbox for now can handle it until I put it up there in the MediaFire. I'll replace that link as well eventually as we get new ones that people want to download and this board gets bigger. But mine is the modified version that has a 100K capacity, and it says that right here. So this is the way I'm going to do the mods right now because it takes some of the load off. Yeah, the pixels are the worst to find error free. You know that. Yeah, it was so the missions, I did take out the missions that were giving the wrong equipment. You won't see those missions pop up anymore. And maybe, just maybe, it took care of that straw. I'm going to end up removing that from the board until somebody else has a problem, but I think it took care of that. So I'm pretty sure that is the what I wanted to get you guys. Is only a short show because I got to work early tomorrow, and at least I get out early enough that I can do some more stuff. I thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, I was really hoping to have a nice mini map. I'll check out the Trello board to see the best settings to get a nice clear one that's updated. I do want to get the railroad crossings in, and we're still looking into that weeding, but there are little things, little terrain changes and stuff. The only other thing, yeah, this one is for 19. The vaping Yoda. Yep, this is a 19 map. We're still waiting on the factory scripts to be ready. We're going to do some testing right after I get the basics finished up with making some placeable objects, and that's the way we want this map to grow. You build it the way you want, and we hopefully we'll make some buildable, placeable factories in the near future when those scripts become available. And watch the whole map come alive. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, affirmative, last update, have no problems with missions with weird seeders, headers, etc. We will try them again when the 1.3 comes out. Basically, Giant's engine was not reading the proper equipment for, it would always throw up a grain header even though my files say that it needed. And obviously if I go to a seeder or one of my special pieces of equipment, such as, whoops, we'll go to the store. If I go to my Module Express, which has the lavender, and it's included right in the map, and the tobacco, it shows up. You can see lavender and tobacco on the proper seeders, but if you went to the mission, it wouldn't pull into the mission this harvester. It would give you one with a grain header for those two, and we don't, it's just not possible. So it only happened on specialized crops. These here, the lavender tobacco, so I disabled them. You won't have missions to harvest lavender and tobacco right now, and you won't have missions for the carrot, onion, and peanut because they require one of my special harvesters too, and they were just giving harvesters with grain headers, and they would also give the wrong seeders as well. So if it went with the planter, And the other one is hops. Hops because I put it on the maze header instead of the grain header. It won't detect that it's on the maze header, even though if I just go to any maze header in the game, the corn header, you will see that hops is added in on all of them here, but when it pulls it up for missions, it doesn't read it correctly. So I'm pretty sure that's a Giants issue that they have to fix, and it might be fixed in 1.3. We'll check it again. I'll enable them, see if we're getting the missions back. Thank you for the sub, Troutmouth65. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. But once that comes through, we will work on looking into getting them missions back so you can have missions that use the proper headers for those crops and use the proper seeders. But I still think it's a Giants bug. It might be fixed in version 1.3 when it comes out. I can't go to version 1.3 because the server on Very Games is still on 1.2 and I can't have too many different versions. I don't want to put a version out there for those people that are not using the beta version yet and have them all of a sudden not be able to do something. Exclamation point FS19 Viper for the latest, which is the one that I released on my last stream anyway. Just now it's publicly available and it's a new link. So if you need it, there you go. And I also turned off crop destruction. I don't like my crop destruction. I think that about covers everything for today. We'll get back into the business. I'm not upset at all. I really am not too upset like you, because I get it. I understand. I want everybody to have the map. It's just a little common sense on why things were doing that maybe somebody out there did not realize the effect it has and why things are done. It's not a pay-to-play process here. I never want that. It's let's get more people involved so we can get you a better quality map faster, but not have everybody involved. So those who have donated and have shown and supported, I wanted to get, thank you, Rotors.
Hope you get the leak issues straightened out.
Yes.
Have a good day at work.
Thank you so much there, Rotors. So, yeah, I understand completely. There's somebody out there but probably just did not know the consequences of their actions and how it affects the whole process. And I just wanted to bring that out to people because that is why modders shut down and don't give their maps to people or don't let people get involved in their process because it's work. And when it's out there and it's not the finished piece, it just creates more unnecessary work. And some of them will take it as to extreme that, okay, I'm making a map, me and my closest buddies are going to play it, or maybe I could pick a group of you out there like the ones that are watching the stream and just privately that I know that have been following me for a long time, like Clincy and just, you know, Chill Will's been around, and I can give it just to those guys if that's the way you would prefer it, but that's not who I am. I want everybody to have it and everybody to experience it. And those guys that have been with me will just are the ones that I want to have help in the process. So yeah, it doesn't upset me that it happened because I don't think people realize what they just did to themselves, really. So they can come clean. I won't ever tell anybody who they are. I promise. I'm forgiving. I just don't know. I want to see the community grow rather than shrink because one person decided to put a link out there that wants, you know, and it's happened to so many teams already that their stuff, good modders are out there and their stuff is no longer available to the public because of silly little things like that. The map was a week, maybe a week and a half away from everybody having it. And I know Hunter Farmer lurks out there. I got to get in touch with him. I haven't even been able to find the time to get back into getting in touch with my old team. I got to jump on. I don't even know if the Mumble server is still active, so I might have to figure out a way or get him. I can contact Big Daddy and Hunter Farmer, and I'm sure that they're in contact with some other people, and get the whole thing rolling again. And that's my plan. in the near future. So yeah, the good old days when we fought with giants for me. Yeah, I mean, it's just tough because and I don't blame Mod Hub if they have a, because the link gets out there from somebody that just doesn't want to go through the process. If a map is released, then it's one thing, but if you're in the beta process helping, or if you get access, special privilege, so that you can enjoy it first. Some people want to just have it first, but that is something that isn't available to everyone out there, and I hate to see one person ruin it for everybody, that because there's so many good people out there that just would like to see the changes and have them, and they would like to participate in the Trello and be a part of the process and get their opinions out there. So yeah, your opinions will always count on the Trello board, but that's going to be limited too because I just can't have a million people. So that's going to still be subscriber and donation based access. If you're interested and you have subscribed or donated, you can contact me and I will get you up there. I can check to make sure. I'm not going to contact everybody because I know a lot of these people but yeah, if you're donated today even and you aren't on the Trello board and you do want to participate, that's fine by me, because the Trello board lets me know every action that somebody did. And if somebody starts deleting stuff just to be rude and obnoxious, they will be gone in 30 seconds or less once I see it. So so that can be controlled, but when a link gets out there publicly that was on the Trello board and I can't see who did it, I don't know which person did it, it just ruins it for everybody. So with that, thank you everybody for all your help and your donations, and we'll still somehow make a release party out of V1 when it comes along. And I think for now we'll just tie it up with the 17 Industries map. Hopefully that will be done at the same time, and we'll get them both out there for anybody that wants to get into that one with all the factories operating. Jay Reedy is taking care of lots of that stuff right now, and when he's ready, we'll be ready. I will optimize it and get it out for everybody. I'm just driving in circles, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope that you enjoy at least what we have out there and all the new crops. And next time I'm streaming, I should have some lavender ready to harvest, so maybe Wednesday evening, if I get all my work done, we'll get back here and harvest up the lavender and check out a few more things. Yeah, better get the map, new computer to play it. Yep, it's gonna be a process. We're still not into the factory scripts. That's when this whole thing is just gonna start to come alive. We do get probably more crops in this map than many that have been released, and different ideas like baling tobacco and baling lavender. So we try to give you new things and with what's available at the time, and make it work great. That's the tough part. Thank you there, Troutmouth. Later to everybody, and we will go try to break the map. Yeah, it's already got some broken things, but hey, enjoy what you have for now, and we'll get it back out there with some updates in the future once we get some big problems fixed. But until then, you all have a good night. One for you, 2A1, and Firm to Firmer. Have a great evening. We'll catch y'all later.